Talk a little bit, bro? No. You probably been talking all day.
I've been talking all day, man. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, so Gary spearhead Next Level Boys Academy. Been doing this like 12 years, all about empowering our young black and brown boys. Impacted thousands all across the globe. I don't know if I can say it, but I'm going to say it anyway, and he'll tell me if I can't. But diverts about 100+ years of prison time every single week of young black boys. So ones who could have went and did 100, 200, 300 years, 50 years, 60 years in prison. Young 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds. Instead of them having to go to prison, they actually can come to the Next Level Boys Academy instead and learn skills and get jobs or start businesses and things of that nature. So it's all the work of my brother Gary Davis. So give him a hand. And by the way, just a shameless plug, Cash App is
Next Level Boys Academy.
Next Level Boys Academy. So if you want to sow into good ground,
A tattoo on my arm.
hey, look, if you want to sow into good ground, Next Level Boys Academy. So,
Can I just do a quick one?
Of course.
I have enough. So my name is Tony Akinta, and I'm new in the area. I came here for the kids, but I do have a business with my wife. We're a children's book publishing company called Kids Plenty, and our mission is to educate, empower, and entertain kids so that we can ignite their love for learning. So just like we just moved into the area, so I know what you mean by stuff. This is actually our first book. It's about these two. You can see it looks like them, Zeze and So-So.
Nice.
It's called Zeze the Copycat. So what I'm offering today is whoever listens to whatever he wants to give this out is going to be able to give that book out.
My man.
If you want another one or two, let me know and we'll make that happen.
my man.
How much does the book cost online? It's $16.99. It's on our website, Kids Plan.
60?
16.
He said he giving these away though.
Yes.
Give him a hand, give him a hand. Give him a hand, y'all. So, all right, quick pop quiz. Gotta raise your hand though. Books are the what? I saw promise hand first. Books are the cheat code to life. Books are the cheat code to life. Make sense? Guaranteed. No matter your background, no matter your skin color, no matter your race. I already said that's it, your skin color and your race. No matter your gender, books are the cheat code. Make sense? All right, so let's get into the good stuff before we get into the even better stuff.
You got your paper?
What paper? No, I ain't need it.
Can I go get my notebook?
You already supposed to been prepared. Y'all, we've been here like since 4:45. You supposed to already been prepared. All right, let's do this. Ro, sit down.
I gotta go use it.
All right, go ahead. All right, here we go. So everybody here, for the most part, we're here looking to build businesses, right? Raise your hand. Build businesses. Build $1 million businesses. Raise your hand. Multi-million dollar businesses. Raise your hand. Okay, perfect. I got a question. Well, first off, before I even ask the question, how many of you did the Black Entrepreneurship History? Who did the Black Entrepreneurship History? Raise your hand if you did it.
Who was it?
It's always the ladies represent. I saw Soleil hand first. Who was it?
David Moody.
David Moody. So what's up with David Moody?
David Moody is an owner of a construction company.
Mm-hmm.
He built an Olympic stadium, Home Depot, and his first office was his bedroom.
Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. David Moody. And David Moody's still alive.
Yeah. How old is he?
I'm not sure how old is he. Do you know?
Forgot.
Yeah. Probably like 60 something. 68? What you learned about David Moody?
He built a center at Morehouse College.
He built what?
A center at Morehouse College.
Built the center at Morehouse College. Cool. Anything else?
She said everything.
Perfect. He also helped build a Mercedes-Benz stadium. His construction company helped build a Mercedes-Benz stadium.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium on
I don't know. It was one in Atlanta, though. That's the one I'm talking about.
Saturday.
Yep, that's the one he helped build.
Oh, and some people say he built Atlanta.
Yep, he helped build Atlanta.
He built a baseball stadium.
Built the baseball stadium. Good. So he partnered with someone else who we learned about to help build a Mercedes-Benz stadium and a lot of the other cities. Him and another guy we talked about built Atlanta in terms of construction. Who was the other person?
John F. Johnson.
Nope.
Andrew J.
Nope. Nope. Who else we talked about?
Maynard Jackson.
Nope. Those weren't real estate guys. Hold on. I think Promise got it. What'd you say, Promise?
Herman J. Russell.
Herman J. Russell. Y'all remember we talked about Herman J. Russell? So David Moody partnered with the Herman J. Russell Company. So Herman J. Russell, they like the #1 construction company, right? And they from Atlanta. David Moody is like #2 in the Moody Construction Company. Anybody, y'all ever heard of Killer Mike before?
Yes.
So Mr. Moody is Killer Mike's mentor, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So that's why I be like, y'all should know who these people are. Does that make sense? Especially right here in your backyard. Make sense?
Is Killer Mike a rapper?
Yeah, he's a rapper. He do a lot of other stuff too.
And a barber?
Yeah, he's a barber. He got a barber shop too. What's my?
And one is at the State Farm Arena.
Exactly. One at the State Farm Marina. Exactly.
Soon as he go in.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Where's my notes? Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. So let's go back to my question. Who didn't do the Black entrepreneurship history? Y'all feel bad? You should feel bad.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
You should.
I do.
All right, cool. All right. So let me give y'all a quick tip. Let me give y'all a quick marketing tip real quick. And speaking tip.
The reason I'm sad about it because I made a promise and broke it.
Mm-hmm. And the worst promises to break are the ones you make to who? Yourself. Those are the worst promises to make. Break. All right. So let me share with y'all a quick marketing tip. Did anybody realize what I did when I was about to give y'all? I said I was about to do something, and then I did what?
I did it.
I switched it and did something else. When I switched it and started talking about something else, who still been wondering, like, what's that question I was about to ask?
Yourself. Me.
Anybody still wondering, like, what's the question he's about to ask?
Because I was thinking, what is this adding up to the question for?
Exactly. Y'all know what that's called?
Wondering.
Mm-mm.
Changing the subject.
It's called changing the subject. Mm-mm. It's called an open loop.
I was about to say it.
So y'all ever see on the news and they be like, later, tune in after 5. We gon'. Now you like, oh man. They start talking about it a little bit and they be like, at 5, we gonna share with you the latest. Tension getter. So now what everybody be doing?
And then you
Be waiting till 5.
you get back on.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
So if you want to catch somebody's attention, that's how you do it. All right. So back to my question. So everybody in here, we talk about building $1 million and multi-million-dollar businesses, right? How many of y'all know what the willingness is? Everybody know what the willingness is? Having willingness means basically being willing to do something. Does that make sense? So in terms of building your $1 million or multi-million-dollar business, how many of you have the willingness to fail? Raise your hand if you have the willingness to fail.
What does that mean?
If you're willing, based on your goals to build $1 million or a multi-million-dollar business, how many of you are willing to fail?
Are you talking about?
Oh, no, wait. Only one person can talk at a time.
You talk like fail in general, or like fail on like take losses on your way to being a millionaire?
No, just how many of you have based on your goals that you want, how many of you have the willingness to fail?
Like, do you mean being negative?
No. It ain't no deep question. It's how many of you how many of you are willing to fail? Raise your hand if you're willing to fail. You sure, Jalen? I don't like you sure because like your hand like halfway up.
No, it's up. But I'm talking like I'm willing to like take go over bumps on my way up. I'm not willing to just fall all the way down to where I can't go no more. I know I'm gonna run into some obstacles on the way to being a millionaire, trying to get where I want to be.
So do you have the willingness to fail?
Yes.
Yes. Who doesn't have the willingness to fail? Got it. So here's the crazy thing though.
What do you mean?
So are you willing to fail to accomplish your goals? So who's willing to fail to accomplish their goals? Raise your hand high. Who's not willing to fail to accomplish their goals? Got it.
And you can't get everything perfectly first try.
Right. Because if you don't have the willingness to fail, you're not going to accomplish your goals. Does that make sense? Because like your fear of failing going to keep you from like taking the necessary actions to accomplish your goals. Does that make sense? Y'all with me? Now, one of the fastest ways to build a multi-million dollar business is to learn to earn with your blank, not your time.
Ooh,
Earn with your what, not your time.
money.
Oh. Huh? What was it? Close. What'd you say? Your mind. Earn with your mind, not your time. What do I mean by earn with your mind, not your time? You, okay. What do I mean by earn with your mind, not your time?
Don't use up all the time you got.
Kinda. What do I mean by? Got your hand up or you stretching?
I didn't stretch it.
Okay. What do I mean by earn with your mind, not your time?
Use your time carefully.
Okay. Yeah.
Set up your business so you don't have to be like just running and receive proceeds. So your business and working on job.
Yeah. That's part. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna come back. Your turn.
I would say, like, as you grow your knowledge and you become like more knowledgeable in like your business and what you're doing, you can earn more.
Okay.
Forgot what I was about to say.
Okay.
Don't use all your time. Just go and do it, and then you can go do everything else you want to do. I got it.
What? So who do y'all think make the most money? The people who work the most hours or the people who do the most thinking? Most thinking. Now, and like, now let me be clear. This ain't about thinking and not taking action. So let's just be clear, because some people are like, well, I'm thinking, that's why I'm thinking about it. So let me be clear about that. Does that make sense? But what you want to be thinking about is, okay, how do I accomplish this goal with the least amount of effort? What's that called? We talked about this word in our vocabulary. How do you accomplish this thing with the least amount of effort? That's called what?
Being lazy.
No.
Ooh, like use.
It's one word. Close. Leverage. So how do I accomplish this with the least amount of effort?
Leverage.
Okay, so what leverage? Who can I get to do it? What tools can I get?
Ooh, you do more with less.
Exactly. Does that make sense? Because 99% of all effort is wasted. So 99% of the effort you put in is wasted. Only like 1% really move the needle. Make sense? Can I use you as an example? So Jalen, he launched his clothing brand. He sold out in one day. And then we had a conversation. He hit me up. And he was like, he want to get another logo deal. What's up, bro? He said he want to get another logo deal, right? So your first thought when you want to get this new logo deal was what?
What the logo gonna be?
It was what it was going to be. And then what you came up with what it was going to be was what?
How I'm get it.
How I'm going to get it. And then how did you initially start?
How I got my first logo?
No, not the first logo, the second one, when you was creating the one without the man on it.
Like what you asked, how I created it or how I got it?
No, so initially, what was your plan to bring it to life beforehand, before we end up chatting?
Oh, it was like I guess just I don't want to just have one logo. I want to have more than one logo.
Right. So I'm saying, how did you go about? So for example, so when we talked, you was like, I'm trying to learn how to do what?
Create logos.
Learn how to create logos. Your second logo. So you were trying to figure out how to learn Photoshop, right?
Oh yeah, it was. I was trying to learn how to change the color of my logo without having to going back to my logo provider who created it. So I would have to keep going to him and have him change the logo, send it to me, all that.
Right. So by the time we talked, how much time you had invested trying to get this logo did?
I want to say like a day or two at least.
So about 2 days?
Yeah.
So he had took 2 days trying to get the logo did. Trying to learn, not even like working on the logo, but like trying to learn Photoshop, right?
Yeah, just trying to learn how to make it myself. Like I haven't even started. Just trying to learn how to know what I need to make the logo.
Right. For 2 days. And I'm like, bro, why you won't just like hit the man up and get him to do it? And pay him a little fit there or whatever. And then how long he took to do it?
Like less than a day. Paid him when I went home and I had the next day.
He paid and went home, went to sleep, whatever, woke up, and it was done. Make sense? So like 99% of the effort was like wasted. When he just like the 1%, he was like, dang. Y'all see the difference in like using his mind versus the time? He was like, just use my mind. Let me hire this dude, $50. Because like for example, if you would have figured it out, you probably would have got paid. Hold on, put your hands down for a second. It probably took you you probably got paid within that time. You probably got paid like $3 an hour trying to figure out Photoshop. When you just paid the 50, got it done. That makes sense?
Why hire somebody who could be himself?
Because that's where it comes. I'm so glad you asked me that. Because that's the difference. And like, so let me say this. Let me answer this first. Let me say it this way. Being an entrepreneur and being a business owner is two completely different things. So an entrepreneur typically does everything. They will hustle and hustle. They grinding 24/7, no sleep. You know how people be like, no days off from hustling. Like, that's not a flex. Like, I be seeing people like no days off on hustling 24. That's not a flex. Like, that's not like, you don't want that. Like, that ain't when people, they like, that's a flex. No, that's not a flex, right? So that's an entrepreneur mindset. A business owner is like, this the outcome I want. Then they ask who, not how. They don't say, how do I get this done? They say, who do I get to get this done? You see what I'm saying? And then you look, because that's when we talk about your time worth. So if you're building a multi-million-dollar, let's say you want to make $1 million a year. Your time worth on the low end, $500 an hour. So if you're trying to learn Photoshop and it take you 5 hours, it's a tool to create graphics. And it take you 5 hours to learn Photoshop. It just cost him $2,500 to learn Photoshop. When he could have just hired the dude on Fiverr for $50, and he could have been using that time to come up with a new design, or to sell some shirts, or to find somebody else to do a website. Does that make sense? So when he sold out, the first thing I was like, bro, go get somebody to do your website. I ain't say go learn how to do a website. I was like, you to make this money, find somebody who you can pay to do the website. You should only be focused on growing to that first million. What's the first thing y'all should be focused on? What's the number one thing? Sales. That's it. I know I went full circle to answer your question, because the most important thing to be focused on is sales. Like, you can do everything, but it's like, just because you can do something, that don't mean you should do it, right? It's like I can cut my grass, but I ain't cutting my grass. Because I can pay dude $50, and he gonna do the edges, the whole nine. He gonna be looking. I could be out there cutting it all weekend, and it still ain't gonna come out how dude. It still ain't gonna come out how dude gonna make it look. Does that make sense? So somebody say, well, why would you pay somebody $100 to come to the house to wash the car when you can go wash the car yourself for $20? It's like, because I got to get in the car. I got to drive all the way down the street. I got to get out. I got to pull everything out, sweat, all this, and it still don't be done A1. When I can just pay $100, they pull up, get it all right, give me the keys, all right. Does that make sense? So that's the difference. Because I'm like, my time is worth $5,000 an hour. So if I'm spending an hour to wash the car, I'm losing money. I'm like burning money every hour. 49. You see what I'm saying? Every hour I'm throwing $4,900 out the window because I'm trying to wash my car, or I'm doing the dishes, or I'm like, it's like that don't make sense. Does that make sense? So that's like, how do I earn with my mind, not my time? Because it's like, you can't work enough hours to get wealthy. You can't. Make sense? Because like, you can only work so many hours. So that's why we talked about those systems that have in place. Because now systems are going to outwork you every day. Like, if you don't feel good, you don't feel like it, your system's still going to work. Okay. Does that make sense? What's your question?
Do you have any notepads?
I don't.
There's some at the front.
But y'all supposed to be prepared, though. That's what we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that every week. All right. So earn with your mind, not your what?
Time.
So if you earn with your time, that's a what mentality?
Lazy.
Nope.
Leverage.
Nope. It's the entrepreneur and it's an employee mentality.
Employee mentality.
Employees think like, all right, I'm going to go work there. I'm going to get, because think about it. Think about it. If you know, so when I was growing up, if we had family members who made $30 an hour, they made good money. Is that what y'all agree? Everybody kind of agree? That's like good money. But think about it. If they work 40 hours a week, that's about full time. Times 30, they make $1,200 they make $1,200 a week. Right? Now, after taxes, they make like $700. But they still live like they make $1,200. So that's how people get in debt. Because now they borrowing. Because like, well, I make $1,200, but technically you don't. You make $7. But you live like you make $12. So every week you like $500 behind. Every month you $2,000 behind. Now every year you $24,000 in debt.
I just guessed that.
Does it make sense? So y'all kind of see just the difference in the thinking? The only difference, what I discovered like coming up like from nothing, like the only difference in people who are like millionaires and the people who are like broke is they what? Their mindset. It ain't because they black. It ain't because we black and they white. It ain't because you from Bankhead and they from Buckhead. It ain't because,
Isn't bacon
no, you stretching your shirt. Does that make sense? It ain't none of that. It ain't because they got the information and we don't. It's because they just think differently. They either think different or somebody else in their family thought different. So maybe their parents thought different and put them in a situation. Does that make sense? And how they think gonna determine how long they keep it. Does it make sense? Y'all with me? Am I going too fast? Y'all getting this? So the key is to earn with your mind, not your time. Does that make sense? Cool. Because again, we're taught to work an hour, get paid an hour, work an hour, get paid an hour, work an hour, get paid an hour, work an hour. And here's the tricky thing about entrepreneurship, though. This is why most people don't make it in entrepreneurship. It's because as an employee, the rhythm is you work, you get paid, you work, you get paid, you work. Even if it ain't that much, you work, you get paid, you get a guaranteed check every week. So you work, you get paid, 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 you work, you get paid. As an entrepreneur, some of y'all know already, you work, 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 then you get paid. You work, 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 then you get paid. You work, you work, you work, you work, and you be like, man, this is exhausting. Then you get paid. Where the money at? This money coming in too slow. You work, you work, you work, then you get paid. You work, you work, you work, you work, then you get paid. And after you keep doing that, guess what happened?
You work, and then you quit.
Yeah, correct. That's what most people do. But those who stick it out, they get you work, then get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid. You work, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid. You work, get paid, get paid, get paid. Most people never make it to that point because they quit. Or in some cases, especially our community, especially for our young ones, they like, well, I'm just gonna go to the streets because it look like the street is faster money in the streets. But don't let the streets fool you because it's the same situation. You work, you work, you work, you work, then you get paid. It's the same thing. It's just, it look cool, but in reality, it's the same situation. And then you get jammed up, and now you got to go do 10. Then you don't get paid, don't get paid, don't get paid, don't get paid, don't get paid. And now you got to, you see what I'm saying? And depending on where they send you, you work, 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 and never get paid. What?
Stuff might look different, but it's still the same way. It's still the same.
Correct. So the key is we want to earn with our what? Mind.
And not our time.
Not our time. Because if you go get a job for somebody, you're going to use your time. They're going to use their what? Mind. They use their mind, and then you come use your time. They know how valuable time is, so they buy your time at a discount. Major discount.
I know what use your mind, not your time means.
What?
Don't wait, get to it.
Exactly. Now let me be clear. It ain't nothing wrong with getting a job. Like if sometimes you got to go get a job, make some money, use that money to invest into your business. Right? So this ain't saying nothing is wrong with jobs. So if you're watching the recording, this ain't saying nothing is wrong with a job. Sometimes you got to get a job, but the key is not to spec your job to get you rich and not to be dependent on your job. Like have you something else as well. So let's just be clear. I don't want this to be like, are we bashing jobs? Because that's not what it is.
Your mind is like a few seconds. Your mind is like, I can depend on getting money. but then the next second you don't.
Exactly. Last question, I think.
So who's our special guest?
You'll see in a minute, man. Just relax. All right. My next question. Well, let me say this. Quick announcement real quick. Why not? I'll tell you that later. Well, let me tell y'all now, and then I ask the question, and then we'll do the next thing. So next week, we're going to do class a little bit different. So we still going to meet here at 4:45, but please be here at 4:45 because we're going to do a little bit different. At 5, we're going to leave. So if your parents drop you off, make sure I talk to them before y'all leave so I can kind of get them the update. So what we're going to do is, nope. Some of y'all, well, actually, I want to see if you explain it right. You do tell them. Go ahead. Nope. Go ahead, tell them.
You can know.
I thought you wanted to tell them.
Can I do it? Can I do it?
No, I got it. All right. So so y'all remember, some of y'all remember Keon. Remember Keon came and he brought the food truck? Some of y'all, who was here when Keon brought the food truck?
The vegetable truck
Huh?
with the vegetable and the smoothies.
With the smoothies and stuff. He ain't just had, he was a vegetable truck. So
That's
he had a smoothie, he got a smoothie truck, right? And he sell like wraps and stuff like that. So next week, he's doing like a private opening for his new location. He just got opened a new like physical location in McDonough. So McDonough, that's like 30 minutes away from here. So he hit me up and he was like, he's doing a private location just for a few people to come through. And I asked him, I said, hey, what if we did like a field? I'm like, we're gonna be in class from 5 to 8. So what if we did like a field trip? Would you be cool with that? And he was like, oh, no doubt. So next week, what we're gonna do, we're gonna meet here. We're gonna head down to Keon's spot for like a field trip and then be a part of the opening. So y'all can kind of see behind the scenes of like how he took like his mind and not his time. He put some time into it, but he put his mind into it as well. So now he gonna have that spot running without him, and then he have his food trucks running without him, still making money. What's your question?
He put his mind more than his time.
Exactly. And now here's the thing, y'all. There is a time when you're gonna use your time. But be thinking, as you're using your time, be saying, how do I remove myself out of using my time so much and then use my mind? Does that make sense? Yes.
Since it's like a future, are we riding on a bus?
No, we're not riding a bus.
Can we taste the food?
Yeah, you're going to be able to taste the food. So, and now let me say this. And then MJ mentioned leverage. And then as you're using your mind to create more time, guess what you do? Then you start leveraging other people's minds. And you start leveraging other people's time. Does that make sense? And that's how you build, you're like, okay, how do I use their mind? How do I use their time? Because that's what happens. Does that make sense? Like if you go to a business, you go to Walmart, Sam Walton, who started Walmart, he was like, dang, now he got millions of people's mind that he use, millions of people's time that they use every day all over the world. Does that make sense? So it's like, how do we get y'all in that same situation? Make sense? Is it that important? I didn't think it was either. All right. So my question was, my last question is, what would you ask a millionaire? Pick your arm at your heart. What would you ask a millionaire?
Can you give me all your money?
Okay. Okay. What would you? So let me ask you this, Xavier. If they gave you all of their money, what would you do with it? Like what? Well, let me ask you this. Would you spend it all on your family? No. How much would you spend on your family? Half? What would you do with the other half?
Business.
Start a business? What kind of business?
Cars.
Start selling cars? So you like car? Okay, cool. What would you ask a millionaire?
How much money you got?
How much money you got? Okay.
I'd say what did you do or what did you earn to get that money?
What did you earn to get that money?
Yes.
What do you mean when you say when
Like,
you?
what did you do in like work or business?
So what did you do to get that money?
Yes.
Got it. Okay, cool.
How do you manage it?
How do you manage the money? Cool.
How you doing?
How you doing? What you mean how you doing? Or just like how you doing? Okay. Just to start a conversation? Okay.
Your house look cool.
But you ain't, what if you ain't seen that house?
Then I say your car look cool.
But what if you ain't seen it? So that's what you would say. But I said, what would you ask a man?
What was your before life?
What was your before life? Cool.
How you been doing?
How you been doing?
What are your budget?
What are your budgets? Okay.
Wait. What do budgets mean?
Like how do you like what do you budget? Like what do you like? How do you budget your money?
How much do you spend?
Yes.
How did you make your money?
How did you make your money?
How many figures do you have?
How many figures do you have? You had your hand on top?
Action figures?
You thinking about it? What would you ask a millionaire? How to use your mind and not your time. Cool.
Did you have to find new things to motivate you as you experience success?
Did you have to find new things to motivate you as you experience success?
How did you go from rags to riches?
How do you go from rags to riches?
Get all his money and get some more vegetables for him.
Get all his money, get some more vegetables for him.
I gotta stay healthy.
That's true. What would you ask him, Jalen?
What you do to become millionaire and keep maintaining?
Okay. Cool.
One, I would ask him for his money. Then I would actually donate all the money from the homeless and poor.
So you ask him for all his money, and then you just donate it to all the homeless and the poor. Why would you do that?
Because during COVID, there a lot of people that have become homeless because they got fired from their jobs because they weren't like working right and then they didn't have enough money to pay for
Okay. Xavier, did you have your hand up? No.
What do you think your future self will say about you?
What do you think your future self will say about you? It's a deep one.
Oh, I was stretching.
Are you stretching? What's up, Xavier?
Have you ever caught a snake?
Have you ever caught a snake? Be a good conversation starter. What you got?
Do you have a dog or a cat?
Okay.
What kind of business do you have?
What kind of business do you have?
If you went back in the past and saw yourself, what would you do?
If you were making the past and saw yourself, what would you do? Okay. Xavier,
Can you do a backflip?
can you do a backflip?
How did you get all your money? Like, do you solve big problems to get your money?
Okay. Do you solve big problems to get your money? Cool.
Did you invest or did you just keep working?
Did you invest or did you keep working? Malachi?
What was your basis of your starting point when you started your business?
So what was your what now?
The basis.
The basis?
Yeah.
When you,
When you started.
okay.
How can I invest?
How can you invest? How can I invest?
Teach me.
Teach me.
Like, what were your mistakes that you made? Like, that you had to redo?
Okay.
Wait, I forgot.
Or like, what are some common misconceptions in building a business?
Some common misconceptions when building a business? Cool.
What did you make?
What did you make? What you mean?
Like, what projects do you have?
Okay.
Like, do you have like a fruit business?
Hmm?
Do you have like what kind of business do you have?
Okay.
Do you like doing it? Like a fruit business.
Okay.
Why did you start your business?
Why did you start your business?
Did you inspire people?
Did you inspire people? Cool. So if this person, he or she, said, I'll give you $1 million right now, or the next hour, I'll show you how I made $1 million, which would you take? Be honest. Before we start answering, be honest.
Wait, what did you say the second one?
Don't say like what you think you should say. Like, be honest. Bro, you get the $1 million?
I want my money.
You want your money?
Show me. I don't want to take anybody's money.
Okay.
Show me that money.
You'll take the money?
Wallet.
Hey.
I'll take like all of his money.
Show you money? Show you how to get it?
I'd say I would take the money because I don't want to use my time to learn how to make the money.
Okay. Good answer. It's a good answer. It's a good answer. Anybody else? What you do, Tyler? Show you how to do it? What you do, Tyler? Me, Jalen. You take the money? Take it. Yep. Most people, if you came in here and the person gave you the $1 million, you'll be broke in 6 months.
Cause that's actually 6 weeks.
Yeah, but most people don't know what to do with it. Huh?
A lot of times, if it's money that you're just giving, you didn't have to earn it, you can spend it on stuff, things that you
Right. Because here's the trick part. If you knew what to do with it, guess what? You'd have it already.
Dad. So this floor is the money, and this is what you have in 6 months.
Right. Like you have it already. That's why most people who win the lotto, they go broke in like 6 months. And they be like in the worst situation. Because they don't know how to think, they don't know how to use the money, they don't got the mindset. None of that.
They just be getting.
Does that make sense? So that's why when a lot of people be online, and I know this always make a lot of people mad, and everybody be like, black people should get reparations for slavery. They should. So basically, they saying they should give all black people a certain amount of money because of slavery. And I get it. I get where that comes from. But if they gave every black person in the United States $1 million, all across the United States, 90% of them be broke in 6 months.
I'm not.
That's the fact of the stimulus check.
Yep.
I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm not in
Exactly. You saw very few stories. Matter of fact, I only saw a couple of people who got their stimulus check, went invested it, and like now they have a multi-million-dollar business. Most people got that and they went and got crowd leads. Or a car. Now guess what? They went and got a car that had a payment, and now they already had to get it took back.
Why?
Because they couldn't pay the payment. They couldn't make the payment no more.
I just like take half of the money and then I'll leave the rest for him.
So you just take half. So you just take half of it and then give him. Okay. All right.
If he has 100, you'll just take 50.
I just take like 50 and leave some for him so I can buy a car.
I take 500,000 and I tell him, now can you teach me how to invest since I give you 500,000 back?
Okay. Xavier?
Then what's the $500 so I can buy a car?
So you take 500,000 and go get a Ferrari? Okay.
I get a Hellcat.
I was waiting on an answer like that. I didn't expect it from you, Xavier. I knew it was coming. But you a car man, so I get it.
I'm going to get a Dodge Scat Pack.
I know.
Okay.
I know what kind. I'll get a Lamborghini.
Okay. Cool. So why did I ask y'all that question? Put your feet down, bro.
To see which one you was going to pick.
See which one you gonna pick. Why did I ask y'all that? See what your mindset is.
See your honesty.
See your honesty. Because here's why. Like I've brought multiple millionaires in here just over the past few weeks. And like most of the time when at the end when they be like, y'all got a question? And guess what everybody do?
Ask questions.
Nope. They do just like we're doing right here now.
Just silently.
Don't ask no questions.
Just
And here's the crazy part. Let me tell y'all why.
why?
Because none of them, number one, they didn't come in here talking like they were saying they were millionaires. None of them had big chains on. So they didn't really look like millionaires from like what we think they should look like. I think one of them, maybe a couple of them had like a plain Jane Rollie or something like that, but it wasn't an AP or Richard or nothing like that, right? So it's like a watch. So we missed it. So that's why I asked, like, what would you ask them? Because I bring them in here all the time, pretty much every week since I've been started bringing guests. Ain't gonna keep bringing them. But like, if you don't got a question, and I specifically tell them, don't come to a presentation. We don't want to hear a presentation. Y'all want to hear a presentation? No. I say, come in here, introduce yourself, drop a little few nuggets, and then open some time up for what? Questions. Because questions are the what? Questions are the answer. And guess what? Hold on, I got you, bro. The quality of your question is going to determine what? The quality of the answers. The quality of your question is going to determine the quality of your answers. So if you be like, them Balenciaga track shoes, you're going to be like, yeah. Next question. What kind of watch is that? Oh, it's a Richard. Oh, man, you got that Richard on. That's that one little baby got. Am I lying? Like this how I go, right? That's that one he got. Well, anybody, anything else? Well, hold on. Oh, what about, can I have some money?
Let me hold a few dollars.
Let me hold a few dollars.
He has ice.
These are the type of, I'm saying these are the type of questions. Does it make sense? These are the type of questions. I was speaking one time, I think I was at school or something. Like, what questions y'all got? Guess the one I'm asking me.
What?
You got gold teeth?
How
Yeah.
old was you?
I don't know. Like, yeah?
But my friends question when they see you, you got gold teeth?
Right. But do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, how does that benefit you?
Okay.
What's up, bro?
For like what you said, why did you ask them this? To like, so they can like tell you what they would do?
Because I want to kind of see where y'all at. And like, I want you to hear the questions of other individuals too. Because here's a big benefit y'all got. Hold on, bro. The big benefit y'all got, you got like multiple different people in here from like different backgrounds and at different ages. So you can hear some of the individuals who've been around a minute. They just got like a certain level of wisdom. Not saying you got less wisdom, but they just got a different type of wisdom because they done like been around a little bit longer, right? If you 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 21, even I'm 36, I just got a certain level of wisdom, but I learned from like all of y'all. That's why I ask questions. Like even MJ7, Roro 6, man, like I learned from them. I learned from like everybody. I'm always like asking questions. Cause like I know I don't know. The more you learn, the more you realize what? You don't know nothing.
Yeah. Do you ask questions you don't know the answer to?
Yep. I even ask questions that I know the answer to. Because I want to hear another perspective. Because I only know based on my perspective. Y'all know what perspective means? Perspective means like how I see something. My point of view. But if I'm talking to Fo, he got a totally different perspective based on his experiences. So we'll be, because like remember that one day we was outside and we was talking to somebody about the music after class on Saturday. And he shared something and I shared my perspective and Fo was like, well, no, not really. Here's why. And we ain't like argue about it. I was like, that makes sense. It's just two different perspectives. Still my guy. But I was just like, that makes sense. Makes sense? I could be speaking to somebody who believes something totally different. It could be, they believe whatever. And I was like, that's interesting. And you ask questions. Does that make sense?
When you like, you ask a question that you already know the answer to.
Mm-hmm.
This is an example. When you ask somebody if you have a tattoo and they say no, and you say yes you do.
Right.
Because you already know the answer.
Right.
What's the point of asking the question?
But that's different though. Like that's, if I say, hey, do I got tattoos? Like that's a little bit different. I'm straight to shut up.
And you say, and yourself say no.
Right.
And you're like, yes, I do.
Right, okay.
You
Okay.
already know the answer.
Gotcha. That's different.
Do tattoos hurt?
That's not weird. So you see what I'm saying? The quality of the conversations? The quality of the questions? Does it make sense? Like we been here, we get 2 hours, y'all, every week. Like when you come in here, be like, these are the questions I want to ask. Y'all got my cell, hit me up. Ask questions. How do I do this? All right, I did this. What's next? I did this. What's next? I did this. What's next? Promise put in her order for her shirt so they give her a hand, give her a hand, give her a hand, give her a hand. She came in here last week and was like, that's when you brought your logos last week or the week before? The week before. She came in with her logos. Guess what her question was? These my logos. What y'all think? It's a quality conversation. I mean, a quality question. What y'all think? What y'all think? Boom, boom, boom,
I
boom.
heard the ice cream truck.
I was here too. Make sense? Y'all with me? Shh. Does it make sense, y'all? What?
That made me want to chase the ice cream truck.
Why?
Because I want
Why did that make you want to chase an ice cream truck and it don't want to make you want to get you an ice cream truck? So kids can chase your ice cream truck.
Oh, no.
But then you're going to tire out the kids, then they're going to be like, I don't even want an ice cream anymore.
Not if y'all like chasing ice cream. You like chasing ice cream trucks? So why don't you think other kids like chasing ice cream trucks? So why would you rather be the person in the ice cream truck? Or better yet, what if you had the ice cream truck, somebody else drove the ice cream truck, and served the ice cream, and you was at home while other kids chased the ice cream truck, and then they brought you the money after they parked the ice cream truck, and then you just paid them for their time of driving
Or
the ice cream truck.
and all the money.
I got one.
And then
don't
you
worry.
just
Does it make sense?
That
So wait. Did anybody catch?
oh, you get somebody to
Did y'all catch that? Anybody caught that? What you got, Will? I think they missed it. Leverage.
I got one.
What's the leverage in that? And like you leverage, what else y'all caught from just that quick conversation?
Ooh,
Not having $1 million mindset.
Not having $1 million mindset. What else? Working less.
Just using your mind and not your time.
Using your mind, not your time.
I know what the leverage is in this.
What?
That you just stay at home and then the money comes to you.
Not seeing the bigger picture.
Not seeing a bigger picture.
Get somebody to do it for you.
Get somebody to do it for you. Also going from consumer to what? From consumer to what?
Not being lazy.
Owner, producer. Because I can either go chase the ice cream truck, or I can figure out how to get an ice cream truck.
Okay.
And then have people chasing my truck. And then you get another ice cream truck. And then you get another ice cream truck. Now you got 10 ice cream trucks on the road every day. And people and kids chasing them.
I chased that.
Make sense?
That. At my granny house, I tasted the ice cream truck.
Yeah, we chased ice cream truck and I bought ice cream.
Okay. You get,
Money did you give me?
That's a real
hey,
life.
hey. Does it make sense? Make sense? All right, cool. So, y'all in for a treat.
This is our special day.
This is y'all in for a treat. So, quick story, right? So, some of y'all know kind of what I do. Some of y'all don't know what I do. I mean, y'all know what I do, but I don't think y'all really know what I do, which is cool. And I don't really come here to talk about what I do because that ain't really important. What's really important is like what I can help y'all do. So I don't come here like talking about what I do because that ain't really important. However, I get to meet some really cool people, like every day from all over the world, like pretty much every country you can think of, right?
Me? Africa?
Especially like you, Africa too. So,
India?
all right, y'all, calm
Asia?
down. So y'all gonna mess up my story. So I remember I was telling y'all about Kristen. I'm gonna have Kristen come speak one week too. Kristen is like 14. He gets to the back. Kristen 14, he like make more money than most of your favorite rappers. And if he walked in here right now, y'all wouldn't even know who he is. Right? Don't, hold on. I'll tell you later. I'll let him tell you when he come. But I don't want you to miss the point. So he had this event a month ago, about give or take, about 3 weeks or so. He had a gala. And basically the gala was like you had to come with a suit on, you had to dress nice, he had the red carpet, whole 9 yards. And basically the whole event wasn't even for him, it's for him to honor other dope kids who are doing dope stuff. So I met like this dude who was an inventor, who like created some cool technology that saved some kid. I met this one young lady who's like the house DJ for the New Jersey Nets, with the Brooklyn Nets. Like amazing, like kids from like 9 just doing crazy stuff, like really cool stuff. This one young man walked up to me, and he was like, I'm talking about we in there, like every person you bump, it's like everybody's like a millionaire. It's a crazy room, right? It's like crazy. And most of them, you don't even know who they are. So I talked to this young man. He was like, man, look, man, what's up, man? We met. And he was like, man, like you was on my list of people I wanted to meet. So I'm like, well, it's crazy. So we chopped it up for a second. And he was like, man, I'm a motivational speaker. I do this. I'm doing some really cool stuff. You know, I want to learn from you. I want to do X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All quality what? Questions. And as he communicated with me, guess what he did the whole time as we were communicating?
Looked in your eyes.
Looked me in my eyes. Guess what else he did? Not necessarily wrote it down because it was like we just out here, so he didn't really have a notebook. But he had specific. But I could believe that he was like you could tell he was somebody who got specific people he wanted to meet because when he met me, he like asked specific questions. He already knew. So when we chatted up, he was like, man, I want to learn from you. I'm like, cool. I'm like, dude, I'm like, where you live at? He was like, oh, I live in such. I'm like, you live in Atlanta? He was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, we do a class every Thursday. Come through. Hit my number. Let's exchange information. And then he was like, bet. But we started talking some more. He told me he was a speaker. I'm like, you know what? How would you like to come speak to the class? Because I think they'll get a ton of value listening to you. And he was like, really? It's like, bet. So long story short, we fast. So I met his dad. Dad, super, super dope as well. We stayed connected. We made it happen. Next thing you know, we here. I ain't gonna blow his story. I ain't gonna talk about the story. I'm gonna let him talk about the story. But easily one of my new favorite people in the world, my brother on IG is at Real MJ Hill. Stand to your feet. Help me bring my brother to the stage. Please, please, please. 15, right? 16. My bad. Let me get it right. Give my brother a hand, man.
How y'all doing? So I'm just gonna start off. I want to read y'all something real quick. This is from my book. So in my book it says, this is day 25, be resilient. It says, no matter how many times you get knocked down, always remember that you have a choice. You have a choice to stay down or you have a choice to get back up. And every time you have to make the decision within yourself to get back up and keep moving forward. So I want to tell y'all a story real quick. My first dream was to be a motivational, not a motivational speaker, an NBA player. Like, that was my dream. I wanted to be the next Allen Iverson, the next Kobe, work hard, get to the league. That's what I wanted to do. But in the summer of 8th grade, something happened. I'm outside hooping, like the usual, just training, and I felt the sharp pain in my heart. So I was like, I went inside, I'm like, yo, Dad, I just felt this sharp pain in my heart. Like, can we go check out what this is? He like, yeah, we can go. So we get to the doctor's office. I'm in the doctor's office. I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen. Like, I'm feeling this sharp pain. I've been feeling it for about a month now, but I was keeping it on the low. But this last pain, it was like, I don't know what's going on. The doctor comes back in with his test, and he like, it seems that you have inflammation in your chest. I'm like, all right, so what does that mean? He's like, you get hit in the chest a little bit, hard contact, your chest is inflamed. I'm like, okay. And then he says, also in the testing, it seems that you have a heart murmur. I'm like, what's a heart murmur? He like, when you have a small hole in your heart and blood's coming out, to places it doesn't need to go. I'm like, so what does all this mean? He's like, because you have this heart murmur, because you have this inflammation, you're gonna have to take 6 or more weeks off of playing basketball. And if the healing process doesn't go right, you may never be able to play the game of basketball again. And for me, that really struck me. Basketball was what I did, that was my dream. And I was like, yo, you telling me there's an opportunity that I may never be able to play the game again? When I got in the car, tears came down my eyes. I was in a really, dark place. Cause I was like, yo, basketball, like, this is my life right here. So I had to find something to do within that time to really fill my time, to keep my head high, to keep me positive. And for me, that was motivational speaking. I started making motivational videos, and when I started, I ain't get all good responses. I had some people support me, my grandma, my auntie, they gotta support me though. Then I had my friends, like my closest friends. They said they was going to support me, I thought they were, but they was the main ones laughing at me, mocking my videos. And I ain't gonna lie, for a second, I was really down on myself. I was like, should I keep doing this? Is this really something I should keep pursuing? But I had to remind myself that it wasn't something that they wanted. It was what I wanted. It was my dream. It was something that God put on my heart. So I had to keep going after it. I had to keep pursuing it. And as I keep making my motivational videos, who in here got TikTok? The app. So pretty much everybody. I get on TikTok, huge platform. I post one of my motivational videos on there and it blew up. Hit like 1.5 million views. People from all around the world, Nigeria, Germany, people from all around the United States telling me that I just helped them through their tough time. So I keep making them, they keep blowing up. People hitting me up in my DMs like, yo, I was about to end my life, but you saved me. And I'm like, well, I'm really making an impact. And like, that was the biggest thing for me. For a second, I was about to give up on myself and I was about to give up on my dream. And I didn't realize that even though everybody else is down you, even if everybody else can't see your vision, if you see your vision, if you see what you want to do, you got to go after it. Whether it's your business, whether it's speaking, whether it's being a musician, an artist, like, you got to go after it. You got to believe in yourself before anybody else can. Because if I would have gave up on myself right there, I would have never been able to inspire the people that I want to inspire. I would have never been able to meet a person like Markel Russell, one of the people that I look up to. I would have never got to meet, and be in certain situations if I would have gave up on myself too early. So what I really want to inspire y'all to do, I want to inspire y'all to really go out there and chase y'all dreams, no matter how many people don't understand. Because sometimes your family not gonna understand. Your closest friends not gonna understand. And it's not up to them to understand because it's not their dream. It's not their life. I think about this every day. You got your own life, you got your own journey. So no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many people down, no matter how many people telling you, you ain't gonna be able to make this happen. You're just not smart enough for that. You got to remember that you got it within you. Like my main slogan for my clothing brand is, you have genius ability within you. That's my main slogan, and I truly believe that we all have genius within us. And I wish we had something I could write on real quick, because I want to break down genius. For me, the word genius, and it's something I want to do. I know I see, we don't got no notebooks or anything like that. So when y'all get home, if y'all remember, I know, we all got life. But when y'all get home, if y'all got a notebook, I want y'all to write down the word genius, Genius, and write down each word next to the letters and see what genius mean to you. For me, the word genius means gift. You know, I feel that we all have a gift. You know, everybody in here, they got their own genius ability. They got their own gift that they need to bring to the world. And then we moving on to E. It's time to elevate. It's time to elevate your gift, take it to new heights. And then we moving on to N. What do y'all think N is? Someone here could guess like the letter N.
Never give up.
Never give up? Nah, it's needed. I want y'all to understand what I mean by that though. Your gift is needed in this world. Like you're needed in this world. Like whatever your idea is, whatever your vision is needed. And you know everybody ain't nobody go see it at first, but it's needed. Like you might not notice, but it's a kid out there looking up to you. It's a person out there looking up to you, and they need you to succeed so they can see it in themselves that they can succeed too. They need you as an example. You know, like you're needed in this world. Your gift is needed in this world. And I is immerse. Immerse means to dive deeply into. I want y'all to dive deeply into your dream, dive deeply into your goals, you know, dive deeply into what you're doing. Like really lock in and focus and be the best you can be at it. Because once you do that, you become unstoppable. You know, you become unstoppable. Nobody can stop you. When you moving, when you going up in the ranks, nobody can stop you. And even when they try to, even when your family say, yo, you're not even doing it like that, you know, just give up. Even when them trolls on IG come like, hey, bro, this not working for you, bro. This is trash. You unstoppable. You got to keep doing you. You got to keep being yourself and doing your thing. And that brings me to S. What y'all think S is? Success. I want y'all to know, like, don't let nobody define success for you. Success for you may be just financial freedom for yourself and for your family. Success for you may be happiness and peace of mind. So I want y'all to really figure out what y'all definition of success is, and I want y'all to work towards that every day. And I want to end it out with this. Look, each and every one of you got genius ability within you. All right? Genius ability within you. There's something inside you that need to be brought to the world. You know, I just heard your clothing brand, Go Getters, right? I was watching on IG, I'm like, it needs to be brought to the world. People go support that. I'm already knowing if you keep in your journey, if you keep doing your thing, people go support that, you go blow up. You got genius ability within you, and whatever you want to bring to the world, you got to bring it. And you got to have the confidence to bring it to the world, because the world ain't going to support you. 7.7 billion people in this world, everybody ain't going to support. You know, everybody ain't going to show love. But if you believe, you can make anything happen. So I just want to open the floor up to some questions. If y'all got any questions, you know, just let me know. From business, you know, just from life, just let me know.
Give me a hand, y'all. Give me a hand. I'm gonna come up here with you. Which one? Let's sit down and chop it up. Which one you want?
You can take whatever.
Grab one, man. You the guest, man. You grab which one you want.
For sure.
All right, cool. Scoot over a little bit. So we're gonna do this Q&A a little different. So it's my book, man. You gonna take my book, bro? Sit it right there. Sit that right there. Thank you. So, what questions y'all? I'm gonna let y'all start first. I got questions, but I'm gonna let y'all go first. See what y'all got.
I know my dad, he had that like a week ago, he had that send me a video.
Your dad had just sent you his video? That's crazy.
When I seen him back there, I text my dad and I'm like, I see the motivation speaker.
That's crazy.
So due to your heart issue, how do you, like, that don't affect your exercise you be doing?
So the heart murmur healed up now. So like after, it didn't take 6 weeks. It took about like, I would say 8 to 10 for it to all heal up. So like now I'm good. I can go play basketball. I'm playing for my high school right now. But like during that time, I found a passion in entrepreneurship, you know, and speaking. So I really been taking that, you know, a lot more serious, you know, and I'm still hooping though, for sure.
That's crazy, ain't it? So like this how everything is connected, right? So it's like we meet a few weeks ago. His dad sent him your video yesterday.
Nah, it was like a week ago.
A week ago.
He was sending it to me like daily though, like I want to say last he probably sent me like at least 3 or 4 videos.
Right, damn. And then you here. Bro.
That's wild.
Wow. Who else? Which others y'all got? Questions? Shonda, and then we'll do Promise next.
What sacrifices have you had?
It's really my why. Like I'm not doing it for self. You know, I think that's why it's so easy for a lot of people to, you know, stop doing what they're doing because they're doing it for self. I'm doing it for my dad, my mom, for my grandparents. You know, they putting in work day and night. They going to work every day. They 9 to 5, and I see them working so hard to barely get by. And I'm like, why am I gonna be out there partying when they're out here working? Why am I not putting in the same work for them? So like that's really my end goal, to retire my dad, to retire my mom, to allow them to live a stable, you know, happy life, because they didn't put in all this hard work for me. Like my parents were teenagers when they had me.
Right.
You know, so when I look at them and I look at all the hard work that they put in for me to be able to provide for me, I'm like, I want to do the same thing for them. I want to be able to buy my mom her Mustang. I want to be able to buy my dad his Rolls Royce. You know, and that's just, you know, like that stuff, that's just the, you know, that's just the prizes I'll be able to get when I get to where I got to go to.
Right.
But like I'm really trying to build for my family, and that's, you know, that's what I go for. You
Building
know,
for your family.
yeah, I'm building
That's
for
right.
my family. And then my little brother looking up to me, like my little brother, he looks up to me as an example. I see it every day. Like that's why I watch what I say. You know, I watch what I listen to around him. Like I want to feed into him, and I want to show him the best example that he can possibly see.
How important is it, and I'm going to come to you, Promise, how important is it to be conscious of what you're listening to and what you say? So explain, when you say you're conscious of what you listen to, what you mean by that?
I know, like, for social media, it's a lot of negativity on there. It's a lot of, you know, things that you can get drawn into, because, I mean, negativity spreads a lot faster. Like, if you hear somebody doing something positive, World Star ain't really posting about that. They
Right.
might, but when you see a fight or you see some drama going on, World Star posting about it, that's what they want you to focus on.
Yeah.
So really, you know, I really want to focus like my mind on positive, uplifting things, you know, motivational things, education.
Right.
Like that's what I'm doing every day. Like I'm not just watching, you know, I'm not just watching YouTubers. Like watching YouTubers, that's cool. You know, like do they thing, the funny videos, all right, that's cool. But I'm watching educational videos. I don't know if you know David Shands,
Yeah,
but I'm watching social proof. I don't know why I asked you that, because I was watching y'all 2 episodes.
I was just on this episode,
exactly, yeah. I'm watching David Shands, you know, all the educational videos. You know, like that's just how I feed my mind, because I mean drama and all that junk may be funny at the moment, but it's not really gonna help you in life. You know, so you gotta educate yourself.
So just from listening, like what have y'all noticed is a huge difference from him? How many of y'all know like 16-year-olds, people who like 16? Raise your hand. What do y'all notice different from him and like the average 16-year-old?
He mature, his mindset.
His mindset is just different, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people who like 30, 40, 50, 60 years old who don't even think like that.
Don't even at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Color, all that.
Yeah.
Focused.
Promise, go ahead. You go next, MJ. Go ahead. What's here, Promise?
How do you keep your confidence up? Like, how do you not break down? How do you, like, when you do break down, how do you keep it to yourself?
Honestly, I don't keep it to myself. I'm a person like, I feel like if you got something inside you, that's one thing that I like really struggle with. You know, I try to keep everything in and like hold all my feelings in, hold everything that was going on in my mind, and that can be a real hard thing to bear. You know, just having all that pressure inside of you. You know, sometimes like you gotta go talk to other people, whether it's, you know, a close friend, whether it's to God. You know, if you don't have anybody close that you can talk to. Like I'm always talking to God. I'm always praying. Always talking to my dad about, you know, things that I'm going through. So when it comes to, you know, keeping your confidence though, it just all comes down to your life. Like when you put it into perspective, this person, they don't believe in you. They don't see your vision. But is this their life though? Is this their dream? You know, like that's what I think about every day. When I have a goal, when I have a dream, it's like, okay, I can bring this to life because this is what I want to do. You know, when I think about God, I'm like, yo, God put this on my heart. This wasn't an accident. You know, I have to bring this to life. So, you know, when it comes down to confidence, you just have to really believe in yourself and understand that everybody's not going to support you. But if you believe and you can see it, you got to go after it.
Hold on, I see you back there, bro. What's your question, Jay?
I didn't have a question. What was I about to say?
Let me know if it can make up, bro.
I hear you speak about God a lot, right? When you say God put it on your heart. How important that is with you starting your business and brand? Like, how important God is to you?
Honestly, God is everything, you know, in my life. I grew up going to church with my grandma, you know, my dad and my mom, and I've always, you know, thought of God. I've always not even thought of God. Like God has always been, you know, my outlet, and like I always look to Him, you know, for answers, for signs. So like when things come to my heart and it's, you know, definitely something positive, definitely something impactful. Like I feel like it's like my mission to bring it to the world, and it's my mission to go out here and inspire people and to help people through their hard times, to teach and to educate, you know, my peers. So I really think, you know, just God showing me signs and God, you know, helping me through some of the hard times that I've went through. I think God is, you know, He's everything for me.
I just wanted to ask where you see yourself in 5 or 10 years.
Say it again?
Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
In 5 or
question.
10 years, I see myself.
Break
being
it down. Let's do 5 and then 10.
Okay.
So you're 16 now.
So 16 now.
5 years from now.
16 now, going into 21. My goal is to be a millionaire by 20.
Okay.
But I've been watching, you know, Marquell, sorry.
It's all good.
And honestly, I'm thinking like multi-millionaire now, billionaire type status. So by 20, that's really my goal. And
So 20, how much? So what? Millionaire, multi-millionaire, what?
so by 20, multi-millionaire.
So how much? Like 2 mil, 3 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil? Like what?
10 mil.
So 10 mil by 20.
10 mil by 20.
Okay, cool.
10 mil by 20 with my own headquarters for my store. You know, different headquarters around the states. And then
What states?
I want one in Chicago, most definitely back home.
Okay.
One in Atlanta. One in Cali, because I want to go to Cali.
What part of Cali?
Los Angeles.
Okay, cool.
Cali,
What
and
street?
then what street?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look deeper.
You gotta look
I
deeper,
gotta look
bro.
deeper.
You gotta look deeper, bro.
I gotta look
We need to
deeper.
know what street.
For sure,
We need
I
to know
gotta
what
look
street,
deeper.
bro.
And now I want one in Philly,
Okay.
because I got some family in Philly. I need them at the headquarters. I want them
sure.
getting their stuff.
I want you to start looking at like streets, like where you want it.
Yes, sir.
So you would know like the corner of 11th and
Right.
on Broadway.
Right.
This is where it's gonna be.
Yes, sir.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Keep going.
And then
got
I
you
want
there.
one in Indiana, one in Texas, because I got some family in Texas too.
Okay.
And yeah, I gotta keep
What
thinking
part of
about some more
Texas? What part of
states.
Texas?
Fort Worth and Houston,
Okay. So by 20, right?
about 20.
All these by 20?
Yes, about 20.
Okay, cool. And
Yes.
what you driving?
BMW i8, and then I might have a Tesla truck.
The 2021?
Yes.
I mean the 2016, this 2026 one?
Yeah,
It's only right.
right. It's
Yeah.
only right. For sure. For sure.
All right. So then 10 years. So you'll be 26 then.
10 years, 26. I want
And I know by then, Pops and Mom are already retired.
Right, they
Pops
already-
got the Rolls.
Right.
Mom got the Mustang.
They doing their thing.
Which Mustang?
She wanted I forgot the model. I gotta
know
look,
the model,
I gotta look up the model. Like, I just have to look
You
it
don't
up.
got the vision board set
and
up with
then,
it on there?
No, I got it all written down.
That's my homework. That's
I
my
got it.
homework assignment
Okay.
for you. I want you
Okay.
to get a vision board done, find out exactly what model
Yes, sir.
from Mom, what color, what interior. I want you to print it out and put it on the vision board.
Yes, sir.
What Rolls Pops want?
It was
one you want, Pops?
it was a blue one, but
Which one, Pops?
I was more of the Bentley guy.
Oh, so he the Bentley guy.
okay.
Which Bentley? You know which one? The Bentley truck.
Bentley truck.
So I need you to
Okay.
like get that out. I need you to make it plain.
Okay.
Write the vision, make it plain, right?
Yes, sir.
So I need you to get that, put it on the vision board, so it's clear.
Yes, sir.
The street, get the street, put it. So now you see it every day and it's real. I got
Yes,
a
sir.
vision board at the crib, and everything on my vision board I did it like 10 years ago. Like everything has been done. I had a jet on there. I don't own a jet, but I
Yeah.
done flew on a like private jet.
Right.
I don't own a yacht at this point. I don't even know if I want to own one, even now, right? But I done been on one. So
Right.
it's like, make it plain.
Yes,
That's
sir.
my challenge. That's my homework for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So 10 years, you'll be 26.
Yep.
Go ahead. Give us
10
one.
years, 26. So my clothing brand.
Okay.
Like my long-term goal with my clothing brand is to bring the idea, like to bring the cartoon idea to life, to have it produced, to be on Netflix, to be on that top 10. Number one.
Cool.
So have my show on Netflix. Let me give y'all the breakdown of the show. So my whole brand, Genius Pilot Academy, it started off with the cartoon idea. So the cartoon's about 5 kids from all around the world, all different ethnicities, and they all contain their own genius ability. You know, their own genius ability. So they get invited. Think of something like Sky High or like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They get invited to Genius Pilot Academy, and that's where they learn to grow and develop their skills, and eventually they're saving the world using their genius ability. So my long-term goal with that is to bring it to a cartoon, have it on Netflix, have it on different, platforms, stuff like that. So that's one of my goals from 10 years from now. And then another one is to have my own, to have my own fitness, to have my own education and fitness center.
Okay.
So like I want like a facility where I can have, I don't know if I want to say teachers. Yeah, I would say teachers, people that can educate.
Yep.
And now I want to have a part where like we learning and then we working on our health and we working on fitness.
Perfect. And I see you see it already, right? Oh, cool. I can see it.
Yes, sir.
So good Jabbar? Cool. MJ, what's up?
What about a Mustang GT5?
No, what's your question?
That was my question.
Man, in my head, you gotta ask it. Remember we
How
talked
did you
about
go through the heart mailer?
how did you keep going through the
The heart murmur.
because most people would have tapped out.
Right. It was it was a time in my life where like that's when I was like really talking to God. Like it was about probably like 2 to 3 weeks where I'm in my room, I'm just going through it. I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do with my time? Like, what am I gonna do? Basketball, I would literally wake up 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm out running, I'm getting the ball, got the plastic bag over the ball, I'm working on my handles. Like basketball, that's what I knew. So like when it came down to the heart murmur, it was tough for me. But you know, after 1 or 2 weeks, you know, really you know, feeling it and figuring things out, that's when I started with the motivational speaking and figured it out.
You read a lot?
Yes.
What's your favorite book?
Favorite book, I would have to say I read Just Mercy. That was one of my favorite
Just
books.
Mercy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then another one is what's it called? This Is the Day by Tim Tebow.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'm reading Corey's book, The CEO of Support Black Colleges.
Okay.
I'm reading his entrepreneurship book.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Who gonna read them? See, 1 hand, 2 hands up. Okay. I just see hands flying up now.
What is that magazine?
You wanna talk about your book?
Yes, sir.
How many copies did y'all bring?
Yeah, we brought about 50 to 60.
About 50 pieces? I got you. Yeah, go ahead. Tell them about the book.
So I'll tell y'all about my book. So for me, I'm a person, I love starting my days off positively with positive affirmations. You know, I think that's really important. Starting your days off, you know, with a powerful, positive message. So I put together my own daily motivational book. It encourages self-love, self-confidence, and just being your authentic self. So as y'all can see, let me turn around for you. You know what I'm saying? You got the cover. You got the introduction, and then you got day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. You got all the days, motivation. It's a month's worth, so I got it all the way to 31. And then, you know, I got some space at the bottom for you to write down, you know, anything that's going through your mind, you know, any of the things that you just want to put an emphasis on for the day. I got some space for you to write that down at the bottom. So that's a little bit about my book.
So that's dope. So what's the purpose of the book? What is the book? So what's the benefit of them reading the book? Because what I think is genius, and I didn't even realize it at first, is that it's like, can I see it?
Yes, sir.
It's 1 page. So like, anybody who got an excuse for not reading, this genius, bro. It's like day 1. It's 4 lines. You got no reason not to read. Take off the mask, day 1. Take off the mask and be the real you. This can be easier said than done because it's people we want to fit in and be like. But the truth is, if you have to change yourself to appeal to others, then they are not right for you. You are amazing just the way you are. So never let another person's negative opinion blind you from the unique qualities that you make so special. How long did it took you? About a minute? Like, who can do that every day? Even if you just read that much every day, who could do that? Like, you can't make it no more either than that. That's genius, bro. So by them doing this, if they was to get this book,
yes, sir,
and I'm gonna buy everybody a copy, but y'all gotta promise me y'all gonna read it.
Yep.
Like you
I'm
got,
not gonna read all those.
You don't read,
If it's the audio, I listen to that, but I ain't big fan to read.
huh?
I'm going to get the one on the audio book then.
Yeah, I can listen to an audio, but I ain't a big fan to just read.
You might not be a big fan of just reading, but so like, all right. So let's say this: if you met the guy who your dad been sending you videos of, and you've been getting value from the videos,
Yeah.
and this guy was like, "I'm gonna give you the sauce. All you got to do is take 2 minutes a day and read it," you wouldn't do that, and he winning.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't nothing to read about.
Like, let me tell you something. I wasn't a big fan of reading either 10 years ago. I was terrified to speak in front of people. Like, I had a huge fear of speaking. Getting in front of people talking? No. None of that. Make sense? But it's like, I wanted something different. Hey, sit down. I wanted something different, though. And, like, everything you want is on the other side of, like, what you ain't used to doing. So, like, you say you're going to build $1 million business, right? You're not going to build $1 million business being jailing in this particular state. Like, when you hit that mill a year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to be a whole different person. You're going to have different habits. You're going to talk different. You're going to carry yourself different. You're going to still be jailing. You're still going to kick it how you kick it. But you're just going to vibrate at a whole nother level. Like, folks going to see you and be like, dang, that ain't jailing from. Make sense? Yeah. Because of how you change. But same habits, same limiting beliefs, you ain't going to get there. And I ain't telling you to start reading. I ain't telling, like, that's for you to decide. But I just wanted to, like, point that out since you said that ain't me. Because, like, this wasn't me either. I wasn't worrying about nobody but myself. Like, at one point, I was just worrying about me, get my own money. Get my money, go home. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taking from nobody. But it was like, I'm just here, got to take care of me. but then it got bigger than that. Make sense? So 10 years ago, me wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
So I just want to share that, bro. But for those who take, who's willing, who's gonna read it if I buy you one? Raise your hand high if you're gonna read it if I buy you one. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hold y'all to it. So by the time we get here next Thursday, you should have at least 7 pages read.
Right.
Who can do that?
Dad, what is 2 times 31?
36.
It only takes
No,
you
62, my bad.
It
Been a
only
long day.
takes you an hour. It only takes
Been a long day.
Dad, if
I
you
said it
read-
confidently
if
too.
you read for 2 minutes and there's 31 pages, it'll only take you an hour and 2
Right.
minutes.
And the cool thing about this, you don't got to read the whole book every day. It's designed to read one a day. So you read day 1, then you read day 2, then you read day 3. So it's set up like that.
Yes,
So the benefit of them reading the book, what can they expect 30 days from now? And then they just restart it. So when you get to that 30 day, then you just restart it, right?
Yep.
So what's the benefit?
So you're learning how to love yourself. I think that's like a huge thing for me. Self-care, just loving yourself, loving who you are, and being comfortable in your own skin. And then you also learning how to have confidence in yourself. So like for me, like motivational speaking, stepping up in front of people and talking, like that's not something that really comes easy. It's a lot of preparation. And like it took a minute for me to actually get the confidence in myself to do it. But when I got it and I saw like the impact that I could have, it was like, it made sense, it was worth it. So it teaches you, for one, how to love yourself, how to build your confidence, and then how to be your authentic self, just how to be who you are. Like a lot of people, I see it a lot, we want to be like other people sometimes, we see what they doing, we like, y'all want to be like them, nah, be like you. Like one thing that I see Kobe said one time, he was like, I don't want to be the next Michael Jordan, I want to be the next Kobe. Like you got to be who you are and you got to be comfortable in your own skin. So so I'm teaching you how to love yourself, how to build your confidence, and how to be who you are, how to be your authentic self.
And what's the benefit of that? What's the benefit of loving yourself, being more confident, being your authentic self? What's the benefit of that? Marketing 101.
Marketing 101.
I'm giving you the game right now. What's the benefit of that?
The benefit of that is you become whole. And like when it comes down
What's
to
the benefit of that though?
benefit of becoming whole?
Yeah. Most people don't, like, I want you to think about this. I'm giving you some gas, so stick with me. I know you're with me.
Yep.
Most people don't want to be whole. They don't even know that they need to be whole. So when you're selling your book, I want you to think about like, what's the easy, tangible thing that they want? Like what's keeping them up at night? So so I'm gonna give you something simple. As a result of increasing your confidence, you're gonna automatically do what?
You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel more confident in front of people.
And as a result, you can do what?
You can do more things, speak in front of people.
Which will help you do?
Make money.
You see what I'm saying? So when you're selling something, you gotta think, what's the benefit? What's the benefit of the benefit? Hopefully everybody listen to this. And then it's like, what's the benefit of the benefit?
Right.
And then what's the benefit of the benefit of the benefit of the benefit? People really buying for the benefit. So they're gonna buy your book because they think if I read this, I can make more money.
Yes, sir.
I have more confidence, I can approach girls. Or I can approach guys. Or I can have more confidence so I don't gotta get in a lousy relationship.
Right.
So most people, they're stuck in lousy relationships because their confidence doesn't allow them to believe that they can get a quality relationship. Somebody who can get more confidence, they can get a better job.
Right.
They're stuck in the job they're in because they don't have the confidence to ask for a raise or to even think they can go get a better job because somebody told them that they weren't worthy all their life.
Right.
Now they have more confidence, they can go get in better shape. As a result of getting in better shape, they what? Get to live longer.
Right.
They can take their shirt off confidently. They can, depending on the crowd you're talking to, it's a lot of other areas that improve.
I'm following.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
like, what's the like tangible benefit? Where they be like, okay, now this becomes not a book anymore. I got a book that I sell for $100. It's like 80 pages. And they don't buy it because it's a book. They don't buy it because it's me. They buy it because like, this is what you're gonna get as a result of spending $100 on the book.
Right.
Make sense? So keep that in mind as you're selling.
For sure.
You're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
sell a crowd load of these. What you got, MJ? So your hand up.
What are the characters' named?
So the characters' names, we got Rome. He's like the tech guy. So like, if you're in the technology, all the way to the left. Yep, so I'm gonna read it left to right. So you got Rome right there, right? He's the tech guy. When it comes to drones, computers, all that, that's him. That's his genius ability. You got DJ right there. That's the musician. Like when it comes to music, instruments, that's his genius ability. You got Kat right there to the right. Her genius ability is history. She knows her history well. Like that's her genius ability. Right next to him, that's Jeff. His genius ability is in math. Mathematics when it comes down to calculations, when it comes down to numbers, that's Jeff. And then you got Max, the scientist, all the way to the right. Yep, his genius ability is science, chemistry, all of that.
What's your genius
So
ability?
did he create
Go
the
ahead, my
ball?
Did he create the ball? That's Jeff. Jeff's a hooper too. So when it comes down to, when it comes down to hooping.
Can
Yes,
you
sir.
hoop?
Of course.
Like you 5?
I'm
You
5.
think you're better than me?
I don't know, bruh. We had to
We're
one-on-one.
going to get out there and see what's going on.
Yes, sir.
So, what's your genius ability?
I think my genius ability is just me being me and me being comfortable in my own skin and being able to speak and inspire others.
So your confidence.
Yes, sir.
You say your confidence, or is it just your ability to speak?
My confidence.
Your confidence.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I agree. Anybody else want their genius ability? You know yours, Il?
Yeah.
What's yours?
To be able to connect.
Be able to connect. I would agree with that. What's your genius ability, bro?
Science.
Science? Okay.
First raise her hand.
What's your genius ability, Promise?
I want to say confidence.
Confidence? I agree with that. I agree with that.
Guessing.
Huh?
Guessing.
That's your guessing is your genius ability?
Because when I guess, I get mostly everything right.
Okay. So when you guess, have you thought before you guessed? So your genius ability is what?
Thinking.
Thinking.
I have thoughts in my mind, but sometimes I get a feeling that they're wrong, so I guess.
Okay. So but you thought it already, right? So you gotta just trust yourself more. Right? But your genius ability is thinking.
Go with the gut.
Exactly. Xavier, what's yours? Drumming is your genius ability? Cool. Anybody else know their genius ability?
Video games.
Video games? Okay, cool.
I feel
You got a shirt that say what's your genius ability yet?
I have a shirt that says you have genius ability within you.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
I almost made one. He told me to make it. I almost made one.
Solid.
You better make it, right?
Right.
Who else? Anybody else know?
I know.
Lashonda, what's yours?
My creativity.
Creativity.
Yes, ma'am.
Mine is teaching.
Yes,
My
sir.
genius ability.
Yes, sir.
What's yours?
All right. Go ahead. You.
Yep. So I got some t-shirts here for y'all. So as we for like everybody that like participated in everything, I'm gonna pass them out. I only got like a select amount of sizes, so I'm gonna pass them out when we get done with the Q&A and everything. But
Cool.
yes, sir.
My man.
Mhm.
Any more questions? What other questions y'all got? Because I can't hear more questions all day. What you got, so like?
If you would recommend anybody to help a kid start a business, who would it be?
Marquell Russell, and also I would say who's a big inspiration for me. Somebody that you might know. Who's a great
Yourself.
yeah, myself of course, but I'm trying to think.
No, you. That's it.
You,
Right,
me.
That's it.
Yeah, my fault.
You said this right here. So question. Take it off your head. So check this out. That's the power of having a great team, right? So
Right.
What about you?
You're right.
That's right. Because your genius ability. The thing about having genius ability, a lot of times you can take it for granted. So the thing that comes easy to you, you overlook it. So she like, because it's genius ability, like you can easily help her start a business, right?
Facts,
But you're like,
yeah.
that's easy. You like, dang, who else can I think of? And it's like,
Right.
you.
You're right.
You like, yeah, you know what? You're right. So let me ask you. I got a question. I'll come back though. Go ahead.
No, I just want to commend you on being a 16-year-old and taking your pain and turning it to your passion.
Yes, sir.
Right, but also the question is, who's mentoring you and who are you mentoring?
So I would say my dad is like a huge mentor for me right now.
Shout out to Dad. Give Dad a hand, please.
Yeah.
Stu.
Yeah, my dad is a huge mentor for me right now. Like when it comes down to anything that I want to learn, like even if he doesn't know it, like he'll point me in the right direction to go figure it out. And he does his best, to teach me. Like he teaches me so many things. Like everything that I know, it's either came from him or he's pointing me into the direction to learn it. So I would say my dad's like a huge mentor for me. And then people I'm mentoring, people on like social media, my little brother, of course. And some of my friends also that are like big into like entrepreneurship and stuff like that, I help them as well. Yes, sir.
You say your rocket ship took off when you get TikTok.
Yes, sir.
Who pointed you in the direction
To get on TikTok, that was me. That was all
you
me.
did that?
Yeah, Dad thought it was a joke at first. That was like, man, what? He was like, look.
I was so against it.
I was.
Don't nobody watch TikTok.
Yeah.
I was in my room. I was like spending like all day like making TikToks. He like, yo, Marquise, what are you doing? I'm like, yo, Dad, just trust me. It's a dope app.
Yeah.
And when it blew up, he was like, oh man, this kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? Let me hop on the trend a little bit. So yeah.
Admits to it.
But it goes to what he say. He didn't listen to me. He kept doing it regardless. Because I literally was in the other room like, yo, stop.
Let it go. Yeah.
Anybody watching that? And he did 1 million views and I shut up.
Thanks. Sean, I come back to you, bro.
What tips do you have for effectively getting started on TikTok? What TikTok tips do you
You
have?
beat me to it. Go ahead.
So for TikTok, I would say figure out what you love to do. You know, because if you just out there, if you're making TikToks, what I see a lot of people do, they start making TikToks based off of trends. You know, and they're trying to get views off of doing other people's trends, stuff like that. That works sometimes, of course, but it doesn't work all the time. So figure out, what's unique to you, and then when you start posting about that, and like people can feel your passion, and of course, you have to have like a good looking video. Like if your video looks good, people are gonna watch that more. But figure out, what you're passionate about, what you love, and then when you post that on TikTok, I mean, it's just a matter of time. For me, I had to post, I would say 5 to 10 motivational videos before that one hit and blew up. So like it's gonna take a little bit of time, but if you stay consistent doing what you love and posting passionately about it, it's gonna blow.
You got a coaching program on how to grow a motivational speaking brand with TikTok?
Not yet.
Gotta get on that, bro.
Yes, sir.
You can easily charge like $3,000, $10,000
Yes, sir.
for that all day. Hold on, I got you, MJ. We'll come to you next.
How important it is to have good friends around you?
That's crazy important. So let me tell you a story.
So repeat the question real quick so everybody can hear it.
So you said, how important is it to surround yourself with the right people?
Right.
Correct.
So I had a circle of friends that that honestly I didn't relate to mentally, and that kind of hindered me for a long time. I had friends. They went out, they was partying, doing their thing. They wasn't focused on their dream. They wasn't focused on, the goal at hand. And for me, that kind of dragged me down because when I had an idea or I had something that I wanted to do, when I went to them, it was like a joke to them. They didn't understand it. They couldn't see what I saw. But recently, I got the opportunity to meet Christian. He's a investor. He invests in the stock market. I got a chance to meet him. I got a chance to meet one of my friends, Papa J show, Jaquil Jackson. When I got a chance to meet them, they thought like me. So the conversations were different. When we getting on FaceTime, we're not talking about, oh, y'all heard about the fight that happened at school. Y'all heard about what happened on the Shade Room. Like we talking about business. Like, yo, I got this going on. Can you help me? I got this going on. I want you to come speak. It's just different opportunities that come when you surround yourself around the right people. So when I started to surround myself around people like Christian, Jaquil, Papa, like the conversations were different and I moved a little different.
Conversation different when you're at the table with winners, right?
Yes, sir.
What advice would you give to individuals that actually care too much about what people think about them, which will make them not go with their dreams or go follow their goals?
Right. I would say when you, I mean, it's normal, as people like, definitely people we love, like you care a lot about their opinion. When it comes down to like your mom, your dad, when it comes down like to your best friend, you love, you love them, you listen to them. But sometimes their advice not the right advice. Sometimes they may be looking out for you. They may be saying like, yo, I don't know if you should do this, maybe go to backup plan, maybe go to plan B. And they don't know that that's really hurting you on the inside because you just want them to support. Exactly. So like you got to understand that everybody that's down you, it may not be personal. They're not doing it on purpose, and you just got to understand that you just got to make it happen for yourself and show them like when I had this vision, like just support me, I'm gonna make it happen. You just got to have that confidence in yourself to really step out your comfort zone and do your thing.
Basically saying just go forward with it, no matter what nobody says.
Just go for it. You got to take the leap of faith. Yes, sir.
Pause. You had a question?
I did. How do you feel about a plan B?
A plan B? I don't got no plan B. Like I'm fully focused on plan A. For
and
me,
plan
like
A is what?
For like so my plan A is to be a motivational speaker, to speak all around the world, to grow my brand, to be a multi-million-dollar brand. Like that's my plan A.
Got it.
To make my cartoon, to get it on Netflix, like that's my plan A. To be this entrepreneur, to be this motivational speaker, and to impact lives.
Got it.
Plan B, that's not for me, because that's gonna distract me. I'm not even thinking like I'm gonna lose. I'm not thinking like that. Like of course, you're gonna lose sometimes. You go fail, But like, I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like, all right, when am I gonna do this? All my goals, like I got all my goals written down. All the people I want to meet, all the things I want to accomplish. Everything I got written down, I say I'm going to. When I do this, you know, like it's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like I'm gonna do it. It's gotta work.
MJ, what's up? I got you next line. What? Go.
What are some of the people you wanted to meet?
So Marquell Russell, he was on my list. Trent Shelton, I got the chance to meet him. E.T., I got the chance to meet him. Eric Thomas. Another person I got Gary V on there. I got David Shands.
You met David yet?
No, not yet.
I made that happen for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I want to meet Nehemiah Davis.
I made that happen for you too.
Mr. 2 Weeks Out.
I made that happen for you
yes,
too.
sir. All of them, like they're on my list. I want to meet Chris Paul, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving. I got a whole list of people. You know, sometimes I forget. I gotta go back and
show me the list. I can make some. I can make
My
them.
dad got that handle for you.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I got a few of them handle for. Right, London and then Eli. I mean, L. Oh, why can't I call you Eli? L. Hold on, once I got you.
My question for Dad, what's your why you recording him and why?
As a parent, you know, sometimes we get caught up in our own life, right?
Right.
I seen my son have a passion in something, and I felt like if I put my head down and roll with him, he gonna get there.
Right.
And so I'm his biggest cheerleader, he'll tell you, but I'm also his biggest critic. Like we get in the car, I'll be like, why didn't you say this, this, and this? Why did you forget the website? And he could have just had, like, when Marquell met him.
Marquell.
It's
all good. It's all good.
He had one of his best speeches ever, and we planned it in the car. Like, we was on the way to the event. We like, yo, you're going to say this, this, and this. He gets up there, and he's like, I had something planned, but I'm going to speak from the heart. And I almost lost it in my chair. Like, right now. Yeah. But he had the best speech ever, and that's what we've learned. I'm not always right. And I accept that. And now, he has such a vision that I just follow his lead. I don't even lead the ship no more. I'm just behind it.
You just support the
That's
vision.
it. Yeah. And you know.
That's what's up. That's a blessing. L, what you got? I got L, MJ, and then Mr. James.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Bert, do you know the importance of having your father, and if you do you reiterate it to your peers?
Yes. I think having my dad is like huge for me, cause like you know I can see a role model to look up to, and like just really seeing him be like so relentless in like his pursuit with his dreams, and like just seeing him not give up on like anything that he did. Like I definitely look up to him, and I want to follow his lead.
Good stuff. Mr. James, and then we'll do MJ. Go ahead, Mr. James.
Your son is his gift, God gave. When he goes to speak, he just opens his mouth.
That's it.
God speaks to him. So what you got to say?
Yeah, that's true.
I recognize this one. He's right here. He's with kids. So I understand it's right with adults. But when you open your mouth, it just comes out.
It just come out.
Yes, sir.
Thank God for his gift.
For sure.
Sir.
For sure.
I know what you mean by you only have a plan A. You don't get your mind off of one thing. You just do that.
Facts.
Good.
Simple.
Question?
Third question for you. We're talking about failure. What do you think about failure?
I actually got a chapter in my book. It says, see failure as your best friend. Like for me, when I fail, it's not really it's a loss, but it's like, I take my L's and I turn them, into learning instead of loss, because I'm learning from the situation. It's not bad, like it just showed me, all right, this is what not to do. All right, this is what I can learn from, this is how I can improve. When it comes to basketball games even, I can learn more from getting an L than I get from a W. You get a W, all right, you did, you did some things right. You got an L, all right, you got to go back, you got to look at what you did wrong and improve on that. And as you keep improving, as you keep taking L's and you keep improving, more wins are going to start to come.
Remember we just talked about that?
Mm-hmm. This is what you mean, turn your L's into W's.
Yes, sir. Well, I ain't never even thought about.
Turn your L into a W.
That's new.
2 L's make a W.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, sir.
LaShonda.
What are some of the different ways that you advertise your business?
So,
Great question.
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and word of mouth, like my family, my friends. So I would say like, I don't know if y'all got like the app Canva, but I make content on Canva, and like I'll post that on my on all my social medias, you know, and I'll just use my platform to pretty much get my message out there, because Instagram, TikTok, like all these different platforms, like they're huge and they can help you so much in your life if you use it right. So like when it comes down to my business, like I'm always creating like business content, and I'm starting to get, you know, more active with it, because I noticed I didn't create enough content for my business, like not enough people knew. So I'm starting to make more content for my business, and just recording, you know, things in the house, posting on Instagram, you know, putting the videos together. So I would say all my social media platforms, and then word of mouth too.
Quick question. So to make it super practical, so did you initially have a challenge with creating content? Were you like nervous at first, or was you like scared to do content, or was it like a natural thing to you?
Actually, when I first started, I was really confident making content.
Okay, cool.
But then when I started getting them comments, and when I started hearing, you know, some of my friends' opinions, I was like, all right, now I was a little more self-conscious of you know, the content, and I was like, all right, let me rewatch this video 50 times and see, you know, if my hair looked good, if my clothes look good.
Let's pick that apart. How did you? What were they saying?
So pretty much saying like, for one, some people say you talk too fast. Some people were saying, yo, like, look at your head, you ain't had a haircut in 3 weeks.
And these are your friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not saying like all my friends.
No, I get it. But you got some of those.
Some of them. And you know, just comments like, yo, like, shut up, nobody wants to hear this.
Right.
And yeah, comments like those.
How did you get past that? How did you get past? Are you still subconscious like that now?
Nah.
How did you get past that?
I had to really put it into perspective. This is a person that, I mean, for my friends, I did know him, so it was a little more like, dang, you know, it hit a little harder.
Of course.
But like for a lot of these people, like on social media, they don't know you. Right. They don't even know who you are. They don't know who you are as a person. They don't know what you're trying to do. So I don't even take it personal no more. If I see a negative comment, I have more empathy for them, because it's like, all right, you going through something to make you want to comment on my post and spread negativity.
Right. Empathy. What does empathy mean for those who don't know what empathy means?
So empathy is like showing care and showing concern. Like when I remember, let me tell y'all this story. So it was this kid that comments on one of my posts. He was like, yo, shut up, nobody wants to hear this. I'm like, yo, I appreciate your comment, but you know, I ain't gonna spread no negativity your way. Have a good day. And he responded. He was like, dang, bro, you just helped me out. I didn't know you was gonna respond, you know, with that.
Yep.
And he actually followed me. I follow him. Yep. We good friends.
Of course.
You know, and it's just like when negativity come, you gotta respond with positivity, because it's enough negativity. If say I was to you know, bring some negativity to you, which I wouldn't. If you respond with some negativity, all that's gonna make me want to do is bounce back again. Yep. But if you respond with some positivity, they like, hold on. Let me read this over again, like, you know, and then, you know, they got to change up how they think.
Yep, 100%. So, all right, let's talk marketing strategy. What do you got, like a specific strategy that you do every day, like your marketing strategy in terms of growing the business?
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. So we got to talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So what do you sell? Right? So I know you got your book. I know you got your Genius Pilot Academy. Is that right?
Sir.
Tell us about that.
So Genius Pilot Academy, I have T-shirts, I have hoodies, I have socks, phone cases.
You got a coaching program?
No, I don't have
no coaching program?
Not yet.
Man, you'll make an extra $1 million a year over the next year, at least, with a coaching program.
Yes, sir.
Because think about it, if you just charge, because if you did a coaching program teaching how you built what you built, you can charge anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. Let's say you charge $5,000 on the low end.
Right.
Over the next year, all you gotta do is get 200 clients, and you'll make $1 million.
Dang.
If you divide 200 by 12, that's like 16. So you get like 4 clients a week. You make $1 million. That's all I did with David Chance. So I was the first person to help David do like $30,000 a week.
A week?
Because he was just selling T-shirts. And I was like, bro, why you don't got no coaching program?
Right.
And he was like, man, I don't think people gonna pay that. And I'm like, bro, they'll pay you. I'm like, because he had a big brand and everything. I'm like, bro, that'd be easy. So he made I said, do this. He made 30 grand in like 4 days. And he's been on ever since.
That's crazy.
So now you gotta pay like 10 grand to get on this podcast or something like that.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying? But it's just like, I got you though.
Yes, sir. And and also, so like I got my book right now on my website, and I also got it on Amazon. So yeah, all those products, and then I'm also about to release my new clothing line. It's called Genius Way Sports, like where the athlete meets the entrepreneur. I'm a young athlete, and I'm also an entrepreneur. So I'm bringing athletes, and I'm trying to inspire them to become entrepreneurs themselves and help make money, off their name and off their brand.
Nice.
So like that's the new brand I got on right now. This is the Genius Way Sports.
Nice. You got that for sale?
Nah, this actually a sample. I'm dropping this soon though. I had to get some opinions on it.
That's
Get some opinions on it. I'm gonna drop it.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Big copy.
Yes, sir.
Just gotta give me the website.
What's up? And then Pops got a question. We got like 5 minutes, y'all.
This is the athlete, and this is Genius Pilot Academy. Put it together, you put that.
All right. So this is the athlete, and this is Genius Way Sports. You put it together.
You get that.
Yep.
Good observation.
What is your biggest accomplishment since you've been motivated speaking? Doing motivational speaking?
Great question.
The lives, like the amount of kids I've been able to help. I ain't gonna say kids. The amount of people I've been able to help. It's been a lot of people in my DMs, and it's like just hearing their story. It's like people go through like really tough times, and just for me to be in the position to bless them and to be able to help them through their situation, I think that's like my biggest accomplishment. Just helping people through their situations and really, helping them through their hard times.
Cool. We got time for a couple more questions.
You seem so confident. Like, do you have any fears? What fears do you want to overcome?
Of course.
Great question.
I would say one fear that like I'm trying to get rid of is really my like that voice in my head. Like, all right, let me break it down like this. You got the voices of the outside world, of course, voices of other people, but then you got that voice in your head that tells you like, yo, I don't know if you can do this, and it's just your brain trying to protect you. You got the voice in your head telling you like, all right, bro, be self-conscious of this, be looking at that, watch how you say this, and it's just like I'm trying to get rid of that voice, that doesn't bring any value to me. That voice in my head telling me that I can't do it. I'm trying to get rid of that voice so I can, just step on the stage and be confident. But I mean, sometimes you can't really get rid of it. You just have to learn how to control it and how to put it in its place. Like, yo, I'm doing this. Like, forget I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You're not
That's what I was
stop
gonna
me.
say. It never goes away.
Never does.
You gotta just figure out like which one you're gonna feed.
Right.
Like you either gonna feed that big person inside her, or you're gonna feed that little person inside you.
Yes, sir.
Because that little voice, that's just like that. Your brain was created to protect you.
Exactly.
Right. So that's just your brain doing its job. But then you got that big part of you, who like, no, you got this, and then you got that little part. But like, which one you gonna feed?
Exactly.
If you feed that little one, then you're gonna be like, nah, I got it.
Exactly.
But that big one, you feed that one, and it's gonna grow.
Yes, sir.
Just like anything, right?
Yes, sir.
It happened to me when I felt like starting basketball. My brain was like, no, you're not going to be able to accomplish this.
Mm-hmm. And then you fed the other one, right? And just did it, right?
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Who next? Xavier, and then Pops, and then Promise. I think we.
Are you still playing?
Yes. I'm playing for my high school right now, South Portland. Season about to start soon, so I'm excited.
You gotta get us a schedule so we can come check you out.
For sure.
He said he nice, Xavier, so I'm gonna take him out here and do a one-on-one and like see
I
what's.
would
You hoop too, Pops?
I'm nice.
You nice?
I'm nice.
All right, really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. He actually.
So I might have to do a little 2v2 or something. Like.
2v2, sons versus fathers.
Yeah.
We gonna beat them.
We're gonna put you in the
Oh yeah, oh for sure. So he just switched up on me like that. I'm trying to arrange for us to go against them. He didn't like put me on.
I can do all the stuff.
Okay, cool.
You want me as your teammate. You don't want him as your teammate.
I have a feeling.
We'll see. Everybody nice until we get out there.
Yeah.
Then we like you busy.
No, not everybody.
Are you better than me?
All right, Pops, what you got?
All right, got a question for you. So I keep hearing my Quell dropping mad nuggets for you. What's the first thing you're gonna do after you leave there? Because it sounds like it's getting a path for 7 figures coming your way.
I'm giving them the sauce.
Yeah.
I got to put together a program for entrepreneurship, for speaking, having confidence. I got to put together a program and start teaching.
And my second question, that was for you.
Yes,
right?
sir.
The second question I have for you is that, so I got the same thing y'all got going on here, right here.
Yes, sir.
So what was it that you were able to do to help your dad figure out what you're trying to accomplish in life that helped you move forward?
Had
So
a question.
this is a question so you can get.
I had to prove it to him. You know, I just had to show them the results. You know, people don't see it. People don't see it until they see the results. So like when you're really doing it.
Shooting in the gym with
You was no. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. He supported me in everything I did. You know, but it was just some things he couldn't see.
Right.
So sometimes, you know, like he supported me in everything, but sometimes, you know, they may not support you. So like it's just up to you to prove it to them. Have the results. Once the people see the results, they know it's possible.
Right.
It's my guy.
And then we have a lot of late night conversations where it just be me and him just talking, and you know I'm picking his brain, and he listening to whatever crazy thing I'm gonna say out my mouth, and you know we just build a nice bond.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
That's dope. That's unique, man. That's special. Y'all got something special.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got something special. Promise you had your hand out, right?
Yeah, that we got.
So I think Promise. Did anybody else have a question? Oh, Promise was the last one. So with the Promise, tell me your name again, bro.
Don.
Promise Don. Anybody else have something? All right, cool. And then we'll get everybody books and the whole nine, and we'll wrap it up. Any closing remarks? What you got?
So how do you like do you like have a natural just loud voice, or like did you have to make your voice be heard?
Good question.
I think I might be naturally loud. Since I was a kid, I always got in trouble for talking in class, you know, just being too loud. So I think yeah, my voice was naturally loud, for sure.
You want to start doing motivational speaking? Huh? No?
I'll do it.
You'll do it? Okay, cool.
I believe in you.
He will.
Had so much confidence when he says everything he says.
I'm going to sign you up.
You say you believe in me?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to sign him up in your program. Show him how to turn.
Yes,
show
sir.
him how to monetize it and put him on TikTok. You can get him on TikTok and get his views up and all that?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Is $20 enough?
We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure the logistics out.
Yes, sir.
Good. It was a good answer. We'll figure that out. Don, what you got?
As far as your book, was that hard to do, and are you working on any more, and how can we go about finding it?
So it took me some time. It took me some time to write the book. Actually, my dad, so being a motivational speaker, my dad was like, yo, you should write a book. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start thinking about it. So I'm like, all right, a daily read. That would be something that I could do. That's something, you know, that I could reach towards. So it took me a little minute to actually write the book. It probably took me like, I would say I would say like 6 to 8 months to write the book. But when it was done, you know, it was so worth it. And when it comes to getting the book, you can get it on Amazon, or and on Amazon you gotta look up is You Have Genius Ability Within You, or you can get it on my website, which would probably be an easier route because everything's there. And you can just look up, you know, I'm pretty sure I have it on my homepage, but you can look up You Have Genius Ability Within You and you can find it.
You got to actually put it inside the spelling you have it with the U, or does it matter as long as you put it?
Yeah, I mean, I will put the U, but if you put You Have Genius Ability, it's gonna pop up. Yes, sir.
Are you working on any more?
Oh, I got some coming. I got my second book coming soon.
We're gonna sell a million of these first, all right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Wait, what was his name again?
Max.
Wait, how would you sell $1 million? How's that? What's the point?
We'll talk about it.
Yes, sir.
So this one's name is
We'll talk about it.
Rome.
So look.
This is Rome, DJ,
Cat.
Cat.
Which one
Jeff.
did you?
And
What about
Max.
TNT?
Hmm?
What about your experience on TNT?
TNT?
I
Oh,
got a question.
Rome,
What's-
DJ,
Which one
Cat,
is you?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff, is you?
Yeah.
You ain't a good hooper.
Hold on, man. Sound like
Hey,
a
look,
challenge, man.
Hey, look, that 1v1 coming. But so I got the opportunity to talk to Shaq and Dwayne Wade, Candace Parker on TNT. From a family friend, she knew Shaq. I was able to meet him, and that was actually really big because like he was an idol for me, and just being able to have a conversation with him and being able to spread my message and tell my story, that was huge for me, and that was a real big stepping stone in what I was doing.
Who, Shaq?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Wait, you talked to Shaq?
Yes, sir.
Who else? Dwayne Wade?
Mm-hmm.
That's
And I met Shaq, yeah.
So,
Last question.
We started coming literally 3 weeks ago, right?
Yes, sir.
And I've always had this in my mind about always pouring back into our community. And one of the things, I don't know if you recognize it, is that he awoken something in me about making sure we all do this, pour back into our community.
Yes,
so
sir.
one of the things I want to challenge you is that you're on a path that is looking like it's going to be greater than what you are today.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's definitely going to be because you obviously have my coil next to you, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your plan? If you don't have one, it's okay. What is your plan to make sure you pour back into the community to really make sure not just hear some from information, but make sure you actually teach somebody that can then teach someone.
Right.
Because my belief is that if we all do that throughout our communities,
Yes, sir.
we are going to rise above what we deal with today, right?
Right.
Economic power is everything.
Yes, sir.
Once you gain that, ain't nobody can put you down. So
Yes, sir.
my question to you is, do you have a plan? And if not, what are you going to do to put a plan? And it's not a pressure. Make that your own decision.
Like a step by step, I don't know if I can give you a step by step right now, but I do want to put together, you know, teaching programs, teaching entrepreneurship, speaking, self love and self care. I do want to put together, you know, programs and teach that. And like my long term goal, like I was saying earlier, I want to have my own academy where I bring in, you know, educators and teachers to teach, you know, certain things that they may not teach in school, but that are so important in life. So that's really my long term goal with that.
Just get your money first, though.
Of course.
So you can do it right.
Yes, sir.
No, seriously, a lot of people don't know that, right? Everyone tries to give before they get it.
Yes, sir.
So when they give before they get it, they never get it.
Yes,
So
sir.
I want to make sure you remember that. So
Especially black
focus on
folks.
what you're doing. What's that?
Especially black folks. We always want to start
everything we got,
we
right,
always want to
before
start a nonprofit first. Like it's cool to start a nonprofit, but you got to make some profit first.
Yes, sir.
Make profit, then you can make
Then you start a nonprofit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nonprofit.
Yes, sir.
Use
So
your profit to make nonprofit.
100%. So first off, bro, I want to get some closing remarks from you. I'm gonna get everybody some books, but I just want to say, bro, I honor you. Mad respect for you, bro. If this is what our future look like, we in good hands, bro. So I honor you, bro. Appreciate you
Thank
for
you.
everything, bro. Thanks for real. Cause when is your birthday?
March 25th.
So you just turned 16.
I just turned 16. Yes, sir.
So that's huge, bro. And when I was 16, I was doing everything wrong. When I was 16, I had my first charge already. I was smoking weed. I was pretty much finna drop out of school because I was like, because you're in 10th grade?
Yes, sir. We're going into 11.
Right. So I had dropped out of school at that point.
Okay.
So I was doing everything wrong. So you're the total opposite of what I was at 16. So you keep on this track, bro.
Yes, sir.
Keep staying hungry like you are, bro. It's like it's no competition.
Yes, sir.
And I'm excited to help you in any way I can.
I appreciate that.
What you got?
Were you actually smoking weed?
I was. Bad decision. Bad decision. Bad
Something like
decision.
the car like a charger.
Yeah, and I just like to be transparent and like share it because I don't want people to come in here and be like, oh, he's just teaching us because he always had it. No, it's like I did all the wrong stuff, you know, at one point. So it's like you can either make them same decisions or you can see what a Marquise doing and choose a completely different path.
Yes, sir.
So now by the time you get to my age, you're 10 times ahead. That make
Right.
sense?
Yes, sir.
So any closing remarks?
Closing remarks. For one, I want to pass out some T-shirts to, like, you know, all of y'all, pretty much everybody, you know, show love and ask questions and stuff like that. So I just want to pass out some T-shirts. But my closing remarks are that, you know, you have to believe in you, and you have to believe in, you know, the gift that you have and the dream that you have, because if you don't, nobody will. So like whatever your dream is, I want you to write your goals down, write all of it down on a piece of paper, and I'm gonna get that vision board started. And I want you to write them down, be able to see it, be able to feel it, really materialize it, and you can do anything you set your mind to.
Perfect. So what? How does everybody connect with you outside of here?
So you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all at Real MJ Hill. That's my social media handle for all platforms. So if you look me up on any platform you're on, at Real MJ Hill, that's my tag. And you can find all my merchandise on my websites, www.geniuspilotacademy.com and then www.geniuswaysports.com.
Perfect. Who I want a copy of the book? Raise your hand high. So.
Oh, that's love.
So you get everybody who got their hand up. You get everybody one of these. Get me to let me know how many it was,
That's
and then I'll take care of you.
And then let me pass.
So first off, everybody get MJ a hand. Give me 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 a hand. Excellent.
Huh?
Yeah, he's right. Your nickname MJ too, huh?
Yeah.
His name MJ too.
Yeah, sir. All right, let's
So the
see.
floor yours. How you want to do the shirts and the hats? And
So
you giving this way too?
Yes, sir.